back to SCV Today, and you know, it's good to finally get Mike Bjorkman back.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I know, finally.
No, seriously, and I was, you know, kind of wanting to lead into it a little bit, but I'm just happy that you're back because there's so many questions. There's so many things going on real estate-wise.
I know.
I mean, there's low inventory, there's shadow inventory, there's all these things that are affecting the market, and if I'm understanding right, this is the lowest levels of inventory in the Santa Clarita Valley in I don't know how long.
In history, based on our population size.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
what's going on?
Exciting times. You know, the big talk of the town right now is the low inventory. We're supposed to be somewhere 1,500 to 2,000 homes. We're floating in the last month or so around the 300 mark.
Wow.
Now, if you think about 300, that's not only homes, but that's condos, right? Now, that also goes from Agua Dulce to Castaic, so there's a lot in between. So the buyers are desperate for homes right now, and part of working with a real estate agent right now is interviewing them to be very careful on who you choose for a real estate agent because there's no inventory. What's your agent going to do to find it for you?
Why is that, Mike? Why aren't people selling their homes right now?
You know, there's a lot of people that are still upside down. You know, the market's rebounding for sure. It's come up, you know, 10% in some areas in the last 90 days, which is fantastic. But some people, when the market, if they bought in 05, for example, and they came down 30, 40%. So we came up 10%, but they still might be a little underwater. That's one of the reasons. Another reason is people got a little humbled by this economy, and they're afraid to move up and, you know, live above their means, let's say. So we have a little bit of that. We have people that are happy where they're at, and then we have the unfortunate ones that have I don't know, just damage their credit. They can't move even if they wanted to. So with those problems and the big mix of that, that's where we're at. And then, you know, of course, we got a little bit of the people saying, oh, I want to wait till after the election. Not that I wanted to bring that up, for God's sake. But, you know, we have those people. And
who are you voting for, Mike? You
let's not go there.
No,
I can't
we don't want
believe
to
you
talk
guys.
about that.
No, as a realtor, no sex, no politics, no religion stands no matter where I'm at, what I'm doing.
Wow. Wow. Remind me never to become a realtor then. No kidding. No kidding.
You guys got me so riled up from before. So anyways, back to real estate. It's exciting times.
Yes.
I got on the business in the early 90s when the market crashed. Then I went through the earthquake and I'm watching it go back up, or I watched it go back up. Then I watched it crash again. So this isn't my first rodeo. This is kind of fun for me.
Right.
Because I remember exactly what it's like. And after over 20 years in this business, you know, these are the times we wait for when one market changes and I go, oh, okay, I know exactly what to do. I know how to help my clients. I know how to get the highest prices, quickest, most convenient timelines. I'm moving people successfully. And, you know, in this market, I'm very blessed. So
now
I'm excited.
Now I'm hearing that the lower end homes are the ones that are going like crazy, multiple bids. Is there specific areas, specific price range where they're selling like crazy and perhaps a higher price range or a middle price range or whatever that's not necessarily going like hotcakes?
Right. It's obvious that the lower price homes more people can afford, so those go, like you say, hotcakes. What happens with the market, when the inventory hits rock bottom, we know it's mostly cheaper for people to buy than to rent. So it makes 0 sense to be a tenant still. So that's what starts our cycle. So anything, let's say in Santa Clarita under 350, man, like I work for a lot of banks, I do a lot of foreclosure work and short sale work. It's not uncommon to get 10, 20 offers over the weekend, like I did last weekend. Not uncommon at all. Now, I also have buyers that are working in the mid-range from 7, 8, you know, that kind of range. And the inventory for that is just as low. And it's just as hard to find the homes. But of course, you know, the low inventory is just cruising right along.
But are there buyers for that level? The
Absolutely.
700?
You got to think about it. There's people buying these condos and first-time homes. Well, those people need to go somewhere. So they're moving up. You know, like I said, over the last 20 years, I started selling my friends little condos right out of high school. They bought their next house. Their next house was bigger and then huge house, and now they're going their way back down sometimes. So these people have somewhere to go. Not everybody is leaving
like
the
me
state.
living with grandma and grandpa.
I love your grandma and grandpa. Anyways, I guess the bottom line is the people need to go. They're not all, it's not a mass exodus to get out of California. Santa Clarita, we're really blessed. We have, you know, we can't go west because of the ocean. We can't go north because of the drive, and a lot of people don't want to live in Bakersfield. A lot of people don't want to go to the Inland Empire anymore.
Do we have viewers in Bakersfield right now that are turning us off? We don't. That's okay.
No, it's just a long commute for where people mostly go for work. That saved my butt. Good. And then there's
and who wants to live there?
Right. And then south, Orange County. Most people can't afford Orange County. So we're blessed as Santa Clarita, and we're known as such a good, tight-knit family community that everybody wants to either stay or come here. So that's what's happening with our inventory. Everybody wants to move and buy right now, which is obviously with interest rates. I know somebody who locked in yesterday under 3%, 15-year loan, with no fees. That's free money. I mean,
that's amazing.
It's unbelievable. Wow. In my first home was 12% interest rate.
Right.
And I have people saying, Mike, I remember, back in the 80s when they were 21%. So if you look at now, 3% interest rate on a home, if you're not buying or refinancing right now, you're insane. Well, luckily enough people know about it, and that's what really boosts our market around.
Right. Now, you really think out of the box. We have these discussions all the time. There's a reason why you are so successful when so many realtors have literally just gone out of the business. And something you've just recently launched is your app. And it's on iPhone.
Yeah.
And is it iPhone and iPad only, or is it?
The Android version is almost ready, within a week or two. But the Apple Store has our apps right now. We have one for SCV Leasing, which is our property management company, for rentals. We also have one for sales, Santa Clarita Real Estate.com. What I found out last week, I was speaking at the California Association of Realtors in Anaheim, and I was in a class, and I found out that over 30% of all home searches are now through mobile. Which the really big guys got involved not too long ago. Zillow, Trulia, and Realtor.com. They have really powerful apps, which is cool. But us as agents, we want to brand ourselves. We want to be able to fine tune and you make ours more client friendly. So luckily right now I'm the only agent in Santa Clarita with real apps on the Apple Store, and they have great information on them. Loan calculators. We're going to be putting a qualification calculator on there, so if you put in how much you make versus your debt, it'll tell you, it'll pre-qualify you right there.
Wow.
Right now it's got links to my YouTube channel, which is good information on what's going on in the market. We try to keep things pretty current. Our Facebook homepage, our fan page, or business page, whatever you want to call it, we share a lot of valuable links with the public on that. Anything from home ownership to, like things we're talking about today, inventory and whatever.
All right, the YouTube channel is just a wealth of information. I was actually sharing it with Dave earlier, and I said there's everything on here, from short sales to loans, anything you need to know. It's right there on your YouTube channel, and I love that. So
quick little videos that you just explain it so easily and simply, and
it's just an invitation for somebody to pick up the phone and say, hey, it kind of sounds like you know what you're talking about. I need somebody I can trust. Can I use you for a few minutes to get some information? Whether they buy or sell for me, I don't care. With thousands of sales under my belt, it's really nice to be able to have that knowledge that I take for granted sometimes. But after selling a couple thousand homes, I know what I'm doing, and then I can share that knowledge with somebody else that might be a little confused, and they feel better. And then hopefully they use me. If they don't, oh well.
We need to have you back real soon.
I want to come back. I want to come back all the time.
Good. So then we're going to do that. So we're going to need to be able to see how things are progressing and moving and fluctuating with the market, because like one of the things we didn't get into a whole lot was the shadow inventory. Maybe next time, because that's probably poised at any moment to burst out, isn't it? So let's not get into that right now.
No, you left him with a hook.
Yeah, we're going to tease him with that. Mike Bjorkman, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
If you want information on how to contact Mike Bjorkman and you don't know how to spell Bjorkman, that's possible, I guess. You can spell scvtoday.com. Go there, and we'll be able to get you over to Mike Bjorkman. We'll be right back.